Hello everyone, this is Christina Allison. I'm doing my second vlog for an article summary on the article Soft Skill Development, Relevance of Neurolinguistic Programming, NLP by Maya Naeem for my Communication Fluency course at Queen's University. In her introduction, Ms. Naeem talks about research in HR management and other studies in skill development, and that soft skills are innate and or can be learned, and that she goes into how they can be learned. A key finding is that NLP is perceived to be the most effective forms of soft skill development training and the need to improve soft skills. Her questions are a study on how NLP trainings influence a person's soft skills and what is the potential of NLP in building success-oriented workforce. How can today's graduates be tomorrow's leaders? She then gives a brief discussion on what the term NLP means, and it's quoted, "The term was coined by the founders Richard Bandler, an information scientist, and John Grinder, a linguist, refers to a purported systematic cybernetic links between a person's internal experience, the neuro, their language, linguistic, and their patterns of behavior programming. The defined NLP is a study of the structure of subjective experience." The aim of her paper were these three findings, which was to provide insight to the need of soft skill development and the empirical study to demonstrate the lack of soft skills in students and level 1 employees, provide the insight to the role of neurolinguistic programming trainings and soft skills development, to use these findings to elevate NLP's potential and conclude ways to develop success-oriented workforce from today's graduates to tomorrow's. Naeem stated that soft skills are synonym for people skills. The term describes those people attributes that indicate a high level of emotional intelligence. This was a quote by Margaret Rouse at whatis.com. She talked about these four: high priority, entry level, ethical, and least critical soft skills. She based these on four main sectors of business, which are manufacturing, healthcare, professional services, and public service. Naeem states that soft skills play a vital role in shaping an individual's personality. Some examples she gave for learning in high schools were to have teachers conduct debate sessions, to arrive at conclusions, giving opportunities to all students to speak their views and beliefs on specific topics of study, rather than simply providing facts to derive results. One of the examples for at college level was to incorporate soft skills in grading systems and assessment processes and encourage professional communication between students and their peers, faculty, and community. One of the studies she quotes is from the Seattle Job Initiative. It said 74% of respondents identified that the development of soft skills credentials is an important task for colleges and workforce development providers. However, when employers were asked about the impact about credential would have on a job application process, only 46% stated that it would have a positive effect on a job applicant's chances of gaining entry-level employment. That employers were willing to play only a limited role in the soft skill development. Nearly 2/3, 67% of the area local employers surveyed believe the education system is responsible in the soft skill development of their employees. Therefore, laying an emphasis on soft skills development is just in academics. Naeem stated that soft skills are both inherent and can be acquired through different methods like training, workshops, and counseling, but by professional coaches. Specialized psychological trainings as NLP are provided by organizations to their workforce for better performance and build company rapport and relationship. Self-help books, articles on leadership, videos on success principles, and testimonial speeches were suggested. Naeem talks a bit about how NLP is observed to be applied in diverse fields. This research is positioned in the context of NLP for business that focuses on interpersonal skills for personality development. In Tosia and Matheson's, NLP has come up as the world's most popular forms of interpersonal skills and communications training. At this point, she pretty much talked about the central philosophy of NLP is summed up in the sentence, "The map is not the territory," by Langton. That means each of us operates on the basis of our internal representation of the world, our maps, and not the world itself, the territory. Thus, maps are individually specific and mostly distorted and limited. The representative by the five senses, which is visual, kinesthetic, referring to your technical and visceral sensations, auditory, including noises and sounds, olfactory, including smell, and gustatory, including taste. Ways towards design a model and teach the skill was basically observation, asking key questions of who, how, why, collecting that information, resequencing it, and then designing a model to change behavior. Change theory, she states, the change, the three things to bring the change as desired. Changes for focus, change your philosophy, change your language. So it's how to refocus or change your paradigm of how you're looking at the situation in order to handle it differently. So Naeem had attended a NLP sponsored training, and they talked about the three F's as the rule of strategic effective communication method, especially in sales, which is feel, felt, found. And it's called the triple F, stands for a sales professional after attentive listening and customer starts with agreeing to his customer's belief, to feel the way you do with a particular product. Then once you had no choice, you had to use the product, and that you then felt that it was too negative to predict its quality, and then you found that it worked exactly the way you had promised. This is self-testimonials, illustrations to give your argument some strength. One of the keys in soft skill development in NLP training is the ability to read nonverbal language and the level of expertise that creates that, and that these are the 6 elements of NLP, and she goes a little bit into all of them. At this point, she has given some testimonials in her paper about NLP, like showed me a way to communicate more effectively was Anita Anand. The Business NLP Academy has provided Bradford College with skills and abilities that its staff can now use across our varied departments, including staff development, marketing, teaching, and well-being. That was from Bradford College. In her conclusion, she sort of wraps it up and pulls it all together, saying that on many of these things, on how that your personal and professional lives could be dramatically changed, that perceptions change. She has a statement in here, as described by Sue Knight. NLP is a process of modeling the conscious and unconscious patterns that are unique to each of us in such a way that we are continually moving towards higher potential. NLP trainings enable learners to track his or her thinking process and also develop the ability to understand the reasons behind the thinking pattern of others.